All right, let's dive into a really powerful idea today from Lesson 279, one that kind of flips our whole concept of freedom on its head. We're talking about a kind of freedom that has nothing to do with your job, your bank account, or where you live. So to get us started, I have a question for you.
So let me just ask you, when you think about being truly, genuinely free, what pops into your head? Is it, traveling the world? Buying whatever you want? Maybe it's just quitting that job you can't stand. Just take a second and really think about it. Where are you putting your energy in that search for freedom?
For most of us, that search always seems to be happening out there. We're basically taught to think, oh, if I just had a better job, or more money, or if I lived in a different city, then I'd finally be free. But this lesson offers a totally different path. It suggests that this whole external chase is usually just a frustrating cycle, and that the real promise of freedom is something much deeper. We're talking about inner peace, a real, lasting connection to everything, and finding your true purpose.
And that brings us right to the heart of Lesson 279. This one sentence completely reframes the entire quest. See, it's not about getting freedom from the world, but about realizing our freedom within it as a fundamental part of it. So, what in the world does creation's freedom actually mean? Okay, notice that keyword there, recognizing. This definition is telling us that freedom isn't something you have to earn or build or fight for. It's already yours. It's an inherent quality you have just by being part of this huge, interconnected universe. So the only work, if you can even call it that, is just to remember and recognize that simple truth. And this is absolutely the most crucial point. This isn't about rearranging the furniture in your life, getting the new job or moving to that new city. It's about turning on a light inside a room you're already in. The change isn't external at all. It's a deep internal shift in how you see everything. Here's a pretty good way to picture that shift. On one side, you've got the ego-driven view, which is kind of our default setting, right? It tells us we're separate, we're limited, we're defined by our jobs, our relationships, our wins and losses. And from that place, we are constantly seeking freedom. But then there's the spiritual view. It sees us as interconnected, inherently whole, with a true identity that can't be shaken. And from this perspective, we don't seek freedom, we just realize the freedom that was always there.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing in theory, but how do we actually bring it into our lives? Well, the lesson gives us a few simple but really powerful daily exercises to help make this shift in perception a real, tangible thing.
It starts with something simple, like a short meditation, where you just visualize and try to feel your connection to everything. From there, you can try simple acts of kindness, because when you give freely, it just reinforces that feeling of unity. The third practice is a daily affirmation, just repeating a truth to consciously shift your mindset. And finally, journaling, a space where you can look at all your perceived limits through this new, much more empowered lens of freedom.
This right here is that daily affirmation, and it is such a powerful tool. Just repeating this to yourself throughout the day, especially when you feel stressed or trapped, it's like a direct line back to your true nature. It pulls your focus away from whatever the immediate problem is and points it toward the vast, peaceful truth of who you really are.
Look, if you take just one thing away from all this, let it be this. The freedom you've been searching for, it isn't in some future achievement or a change of scenery. It is an internal realization. It's about unlocking a door that's already inside you, not desperately trying to find a key that's somewhere out there in the world. Your freedom is here. It's right now.
And so let's end with the question from the source material for you to take with you. How can you, in your own daily life, start to build these small reminders of your connection? What's just one little shift you can make today? Because really getting this doesn't just change a single thought. It has the power to change your entire experience of being alive.